What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. We are green in the markets again. Let's freaking go. We're going to dive into it, guys. Post-election talk, this crypto bull run, what we're expecting, the moves we're making, crypto news, crypto alpha. We're going to have you covered from A to Z here in the live stream. Oh, that's good. That is delicious. Second cup. We're on our second cup already, guys. Where are you guys coming in from? Let me know in the chat. We've got over 100 people already rocking with us here on the live stream. Good morning to everybody out there, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming in from. Appreciate you guys stopping back here by the channel. Got a bunch of stuff to get into today. Of course, the Crypto Breakfast Club going to start up here in about 7 minutes. If you're not yet hip to what we do, we live stream the Breakfast Club over on X. We live stream it right here on YouTube. We have great conversations about crypto. We dive into everything from Bitcoin to Ethereum to XRP to meme coins to AI to dePIN to RWA. We got you guys covered. Real quick, I do have a new sponsor on the channel, BTCC Exchange. Just actually gave him a follow. This is a new exchange. You could trade perpetual futures for Bitcoin and the hottest crypto, weekly giveaways. If you guys are interested in trading with me over on BTCC, there's a link down below in the description. Brand new partner. This is how we do it, guys, as YouTubers. So if you're going to trade anyway, come on over and sign up with me at BTCC. See if it's an exchange you like. So, yeah, show us some love there. There's a link down below in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're over on my X page, it's up in my link tree now. So if you go to my link tree, if this will ever freaking load, should be updated. Yeah, there it is, right at the top. Trade on BTCC. You got Margex on here, got my indicator, my YouTube channels, and Instagram, and all that good stuff. So show us some love. Some great sign-on deposits. 10% bonus on the first-time deposit. All signups unlock secret community rewards. You have a chance to win some extra bonuses up to $10,000 per user, and all users are going to receive 40% lower trading fees when you sign up using my link only today. BTCC is partnered up with the channel, so there you go. New sponsor, happy about that. And let's go, man. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at what we've got cooking here in the markets. Actually, you know what? Before we do, this is just so damn bullish. But remember what Donald Trump said about Bitcoin. Listen to this real quick. I played this in my video, but a lot of people may not have seen it yet. Listen to this.
Who knows? Maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But how do you want it to be more prominent in America? How will that work?
Oh, it's going to work easily. It's already prominent. It's moving along. It's very loosely regulated. That's one of the reasons it's moving along. But it is a different form of a currency, and it's going to end up benefiting the country. But if we shut it down, like, you know, Biden's trying to shut it down, Biden doesn't have the intellect to shut it down. Can you imagine this guy's telling you to shut something down like that? He has no idea what the hell it is. But if we don't embrace it, it's going to be embraced by other people. You know, it's a massive thing already. Did you read where it's bigger than any company in the world already? I mean, if you look at the market, it's bigger than many countries. It's a very big thing. If we're not going to be the leader, we have the people that are the leaders. I know some of them. They're very smart. And if we don't embrace it, other countries are going to embrace it. Other countries will anyway. But we can be the leader, and we might as well be the leader.
That's pretty bullish, right? That was said, obviously, leading up to the election. Donald Trump was out there at Bitcoin Nashville. I put a video out yesterday. If you guys hadn't seen it yet on the channel, definitely check it out. So there was a full list of what Trump actually said during the Bitcoin conference. I'll pull my channel up over here for a sec. There you go. So this is the video I was talking about. Oh, no, that's the live stream. Right here, this one. Bitcoin revolution starts now. What Donald Trump said about Bitcoin. Guys, definitely check this out, because we forget what are the most bullish things he said at Bitcoin Nashville. And that refresher for me was, it pumped me up. So I think you definitely want to check that out. If you haven't looked at that video on the channel yet, definitely show it some love. We made it late last night. Yeah, there you go. Definitely give that a check. Got some interesting stuff surfacing around XRP. Just put a video out on that. Make sure you guys look at that later. I see that we've got some people with us on the live stream here on YouTube. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? Welcome in. Hit the like button. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. We've got some moves in the market for sure. Nero up 20%. Radium up 20% over on Solana. We've got a couple other double-digit gainers here. Tell you what, Ethereum looks pretty good right now. Ethereum back up over 2,800. Not complaining there. I've been holding some ETH for a while, just waiting for something to pop off. So that's good to see. Dogecoin's been doing really, really well. Still up 13+% on the week. A little bit of a pullback right now. Might be a little entry point coming up here for Doge. Some altcoins pulling back a little bit. We talked about some of the double-digit gainers here. Arbitrum, one of those. Pepe broke that zero, guys. Pepe broke that zero. So now it's back to 401 at $4.3 billion market cap. Pepe, nice little come up in the market. This chart looks still really good. Pepe looks really, really good. And as Ethereum climbs, you're going to see SHIB and Pepe start to make some moves, in my opinion. SHIB and Pepe could both be making some major moves as Ethereum runs. Let's see what else we got in the micro cap space. Sundog, after a big sell-off, bouncing up here the last couple days. Azumi, one of our sponsors on the Crypto Breakfast Club. Let's go, man! Shout out to Azumi. Look at Azumi right now. Azumi's just doing its damn thing. Up over 800K. It's got the Nero narrative. This one looks good, man. Really good. Hey, Wagme Games making some moves. One of my top gaming plays for this cycle. So, yeah, shout out to Wagme on a nice upward trend right now. Looking good, looking good. It's Summers with a $5 donation. Good freaking morning. What's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. And another $5 donation. Also, go buy a shirt or coffee cup from CBC Shop. Oh, yeah. It's a good call. So, Crypto Breakfast Club, that's what we do. We got to start it right now, actually. We're already late. But let me show you this real quick. If you go to Crypto Breakfast Club, the X page, which you can find it on my X page, click that. Click the website. We got a new website, cryptobreakfastclub.io. Look at this. This is it, man. This is our new X space that we've been doing for months. I got to sneeze. Hold on. Maybe not. You guys know that feeling. Got the sniffles. But here we go. If you scroll on down, or where the hell is it? Let me see here. Oh, it's right up top. CBC store, right up top right. Bang, click that. We're starting to sell some merch. I saw we had some sales come in yesterday. Good amount. So, guys, if you want your CBC hat, got you covered there. Look at that. Thing's fresh. Couple different styles. You got the printed classic. You got the printed trucker hat. Or you got the printed pigment dye baseball cap. Bang. Look at that. That's like that fade look. You know what I mean? So there you go. Get yourself a hat. Get yourself a bag. Need yourself a little cotton tote bag or a premium tote or an organic cotton tote. Look at that. Got some coffee cups. I'm going to need one of those. This is my Chicago cup, which I like. But I'm going to need a CBC cup. I'm going to need one of those. And then you got the two-tone, too. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Got that two-tone with it. So, and we got shirts too. Got some shirts too. So if you guys are interested in checking all that out, look at that. Got the Crypto Breakfast Club tees. Oh yeah, they're sharp, man. Those are nice. Get yourself a t-shirt. How about a pullover hoodie? It's getting chilly out. There you go. Or the crew neck. Ooh, look at that. That's a look at that. Ooh. That's nice. That's real nice. All right, so all of that, guys, available over at cryptobreakfastclub.io. Cryptobreakfastclub.io. We got to go. We are late. We are late as hell. All right, let's go. Let's get it. We are late as hell. All right, let's go. Let's start up the Breakfast Club. Let's see what everybody's getting into today. We'll play some tunes here while people come in here.
Good. Who knows? Maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But how do you want it to be more prominent in America? How will that work?
Oh, it's going to work easily. It's already prominent. It's moving along. It's very loosely regulated. That's one of the reasons it's moving along. But it is a different form of a currency, and it's going to end up benefiting the country. But if we shut it down, like, Biden's trying to shut it down, Biden doesn't have the intellect to shut it down. Can you imagine this guy's telling you to shut something down like that? He has no idea what the hell it is. But if we don't embrace it, it's going to be embraced by other people. It's a massive thing already. Did you read where it's bigger than any company in the world already? I mean, if you look at the market, it's bigger than many countries. It's a very big thing. If we're not going to be the leader, we have the people that are the leaders. I know some of them. They're very smart. And if we don't embrace it, other countries are going to embrace it. Other countries will anyway. But we can be the leader, and we might as well be the leader.
What's going on, Crypto Breakfast Club? Let's go. We got another day, another jam-packed show. A lot of stuff going on in the markets, and we are back with you guys for another one. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. Make sure you guys, as you come in here, share the room for us. Definitely helps us out. And yeah, man, a lot to get into today. A lot of things happening in the market, as always. We're seeing some double-digit gains here from some of the top projects. We've got Ethereum looking pretty good right now. We'll get into that a little bit as we roll along into the show. Finally, right? Finally, ETH starting to break loose. And I do think now with Trump in office, obviously looking at some of those top altcoins, Ethereum, Solana, I think we're going to start to see, some of these start to run now in a much better environment. But Ethereum up over 2,800, Bitcoin right now just shy of $75,000. We've got a couple nice gainers right now. Radium up 21%. Nero up 18%, making some moves there. And a couple other cryptos making some plays. Pepe broke a zero. Pepe's back up over a $4 billion market cap. So good to see that. We've got Arbitrum making some noise. MakerDAO making some noise. Arweave up a little bit. That's one that I like. Arweave in that digital file, digital storage area, kind of like a new file coin, if you will. Let's see. Then you got ETH, ApeCoin up a little bit. Ondo back up to 73 cents. Ondo Finance. Remember when I told you guys I was stacking up at 63 cents last week? Pretty pumped about that. Shoring up a position there with Ondo, which I think is going to be one of the top RWA plays. But yeah, a lot to get into, guys. Zach, what's going on, man? You trading any shit coins, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm kind of taking a step back, and I'm looking at some pink sales and stuff. I'm going back to my old ways a little bit. I'm trying to look for that next gem, but I'm watching the charts, man. It's you kind of called a lot of these, so it's gonna be hard to just repeat what you said. But I'm really looking at radium. I'm gonna wait for the pullback, and I think I'm gonna ape into that just because of Solana and everything like that. And I can sleep on that one. That's over $1 billion market cap, so I'm pretty happy with that one. I was pretty excited to see Pepe, break the zero. So, I'm an early Pepe investor, so I'm excited about that one. And Ethereum over 2,800, so fucking bullish. I'm telling you that anything with the ETF, and I personally think maybe a Solana ETF coming soon. Hopefully that happens. I'm extremely bullish on that one. I just love, I'm an ETH maxi, right? So the last, say, 4 or 5 weeks, I've been really trading on Solana. I just love the platform. I first did it and things would fail and they had to work out kinks. And I kind of gave up on it for a little bit. It was kind of bogged down chain, but they fixed a lot of stuff. And just to be able to swap very fast and not really have failed transactions and gas be low. I've been trading a lot of Solana stuff, but I am stacking Bitcoin and Ethereum and, some other plays like that. But yeah, I'm kind of taking a step back a little bit and really looking for the next gem. I found a RWA I might get into. I got to do a little more research first, but they raise a lot of, it's all going to be on Solana. They raise a lot right now. So I'm going to try to get in the Telegram and learn some stuff before I ape a shitload of money because you know how these plays go. But I found pink sales are really, really good. That was my bread and butter for the longest time coming in. Just because they can't really rug. I mean, they can rug it, but they kind of have a buffer on that platform where it buys the investor maybe like 5 to 7 days before they rug it. So you at least got a chance to get out on like Pump Fund or something like that. So yeah, I'm kind of just going back to my roots and trying to find that next gem. That's what I love doing. And it's a little bit of work, but I'll find it. Just like I found Pepe.
Yeah, man. Love it. Yeah, lot of stuff happening right now. I'm kind of doing the same thing, kind of taking an inventory of all my holdings, kind of seeing what's what. Now that we kind of have a little bit more clarity on kind of which direction we're heading, we know, we're going to be in a crypto-friendly environment now. So how do I want to kind of position myself? I did this kind of before the election too. I made a video and talking about de-risking a little bit before the election, just kind of getting rid of some of the meme coins that I don't plan on holding throughout, what we hope to be here is a really nice bull run into 2025. And in doing that, I'm kind of now coming back to all of that and saying, okay, I'm sitting on some of this cash because I de-risked before the election. Where do I want to kind of deploy this now? And I'll tell you guys this, I'm taking 2 big bets on Solana meme coins. And it might be a little bit more than I want to, but I don't care. I feel really good about this. So I'm still holding a bunch of Solana. Okay. I really, really like Solana for this run again. I think it's super safe with upside. There's always a little bit more volatility in Solana, which I like. These Solana meme coins, guys, are not going away. And how many people haven't downloaded the Phantom wallet yet that are going to start degenning hard? I mean, I'm forecasting Solana to do some really, really good things. And I want to pick a couple meme coins within there that aren't at $1 billion market cap yet, but that I think can get there. I hold some whiff. I traded the hell out of Bonk. I don't have any Pop Cat. I just completely missed that. I do have a little Pop Dog, though, so I'm hoping the dog beats the cat eventually. That would be epic because my $3,000 in Pop Dog would be like, a gazillion dollars. But anyway, I got 2 that I really like. 2 that I really like. And you guys know that I like to find these sweet spots, right? Like these ones that are solidified, that I still think have upside and a little bit more upside than Solana itself. The first one, you guys have probably heard me talk about this shit, is Ponky, man. I doubled down on my Ponky position. I've got a lot of Ponky. I'm betting big on Ponky on Solana. It's at a $283 million market cap. And I'll give you guys a quick thesis why. This thing launched Christmas of last year. It's been around for a minute, and especially in crypto terms, right? This thing's been around for a minute. And I've just seen this community grow. I remember making an early video on Ponky when they were like a $20 million market cap back in January, when they had their first initial run up, January of this year. And I remember how much love that video got. And this was early days, right? And when you're talking about meme coins, you got to look at that community and just how loyal they are. And this community is crazy, man. The volume. Now, again, they launched last December. The volume still well above 5 million yesterday. Right now, sitting at almost 3 million. I mean, consistent volume, consistent growing holder base. This is some of the stuff that I look at. Almost 64,000 holders. Great liquidity there. You know, these are some of the things I look at. So Ponky's one, and then guys, I'm taking another big bet. I'll just tell you guys straight up. I bought 12 grand of this shit last night, and it's up. Holy shit, it's up 10%. Let's fucking go. I bought a big bag of Mumu the Bull on Solana. I'm going in, man. Fucking Mumu the Bull on Solana. It's right in my wheelhouse. $137 million market cap. Unbelievable volume. They actually have more holders than Ponky, which is interesting. More holders than Ponky at 137 mil. I like these sweet spots. I think these two are going to get to $1 billion. Call me crazy, but don't call me lazy. What up, Paid?
Zach, how am I going to follow you saying some corny shit like that?
I don't know, bro. I just made that up on the spot. I kind of like that shit, bro. Call me crazy, but don't call me lazy. I kind of like it.
Fuck, man. All right. Well, you know what? One day we're gonna have a Zach Humphries quote book. All your top quotes. Especially, you know.
Put it on the board, man. Put it on the board.
Is that one of your quotes? I never heard that one.
No, right. The quote board. You know the quote board. Put it on the board.
No, I'm chilling, man. I really kind of want to take a backseat today when it comes to conversation, because I want to hear more of everyone else's perspective on what's happening post-election now that Trump is officially in. Mainly from Mutasco, but also, you know, a little bit of Mar, a little bit of Larry sprinkled in there also. Because I want to know what people really think is, like, you know, what they really think is going to happen come the next 6 months, right? And we all know this is very bullish for Bitcoin. We all know, but like, who's going to, did he already announce who is going to be the main crypto, I guess, cabinet member? Did he announce this yet, Zach?
No, not really. And I don't think it's going to be one particular person, to be honest. I think it's going to be a lot of people. And I think it's going to be a lot of familiar faces. You know, people like Cynthia Lummis out there from Wyoming. People like Patrick McHenry from North Carolina, who I think I read last night already is filing a lawsuit against Gary Gensler, which is hilarious. But anyways, I think it's going to be, you know, an all hands on deck approach. Here's what we know, though, Paid, and this is what is really bullish. Not only do we have a crypto friendly president in Trump, but we've got a crypto friendly House and a crypto friendly Senate. And there are a lot of pro crypto people in the mix here, right? Whether you want to talk about JD Vance, the VP, whether you want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, whether you want to talk about the two I mentioned, Lummis and McHenry, there are a lot of people here that are in positions of power that want to see Bitcoin and crypto flourish. So why not utilize all of those brains, right? I mean, 10 brains are better than one. And, you know, let's go from there. I mean, let's create clarity and put up these guidelines and guardrails. I think for sure we're going to see Bitcoin utilized as a strategic reserve. I do think that's going to happen. Lummis had put that out yesterday. Trump had said that at the Bitcoin conference yesterday. Let me, I don't know if you guys saw my video I put out yesterday. Let me go through this list with you guys, though. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me find this, because actually it might just be easier to find this on my actual video that I put out. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up and get a screenshot for you guys, because you know, I don't think you realize how many things he said at Bitcoin Nashville. It is kind of insane. Now, will all of these things come to fruition? Let's hope so. But these are some of the things we're going to be watching for. Hold on. I think Leia put it out. How the hell? Okay, there she is. Leia Helpern. Where the hell's her tweet from yesterday? She tweets too damn much. Here it is. Okay. Here's a recap of everything bullish President Donald Trump said about Bitcoin. You guys ready? And guys, hit the like button, share this space, do all that fun stuff. Let's get a bunch of people in here. Number one, on day one, he will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. Number two, create a U.S. government strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Number three, the U.S. government will keep 100% of Bitcoin it owns. Number four, this is a fun one. Bitcoin's going to the moon. We already know that. Number five, never sell your Bitcoin. Number six, Bitcoin will surpass the market cap of gold. It's about 10x away from gold right now, but I think eventually it will pass gold. As I mentioned in my video last night, ask a 30-year-old on the street if they're buying Bitcoin or gold. Tell me what they say. So we're going in that direction. He's going to commute Ross Ulbricht's sentence. I've got my free Ross shirt just because they were giving them out at the conference. I'm not as passionate about that. I mean, that's cool, whatever. This is probably the most important one to me, number 8. There will never be a CBDC while he's president. That's freaking huge. Or as Trump would say, huge. Number 9, crypto will skyrocket like never before if elected president. We already set all-time highs as soon as, news came out. Bitcoin is not a threat to the dollar. The current administration is a threat to the dollar. Number 11, the U.S. will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. Number 12, Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, and independence from government coercion and control. And lastly, he pledged to the Bitcoin community that the day he takes office, Joe Biden and Harris's anti-crypto crusade would be over. I mean, if that's not freaking bullish, I don't know what the hell is. Okay? So, again, Pate, I think it's going to be all hands on deck. I think he's smart enough to realize that he doesn't have all the answers, but he's got a lot of people in the room who can chip in and formulate and devise a plan here that makes sense to make the United States the crypto capital of the planet, to put Bitcoin in strategic reserves, to not have a CBDC, and, to let this crypto market flourish, man. I mean, that's where I think this was a big deal. This was a big deal. Larry, good morning to you, man. What's up?
Well, just wanted to say good day to everyone. It's almost surreal. We have so much good news in the markets in the world. But, I wanted to say that, again, we dropped some alpha in here. Even without the election or with the election, people were skeptical about the rise and of Ethereum, etc. Without the ETF even. The ETF is actually pumping on retail action on the token itself. Not on ETFs, which is funny, but it is really telling about how ETH maxis are kind of balancing the charts from retail. So that's just going to be more forward momentum moving in the market. And you were talking about people that, it is the transition team and the crypto team, the crypto cabinet are made up of a lot of people. And again, yesterday I said, there may be someone local here that's going to be able to provide some insight into that. Also, my friend Michael Hiles, that's had quite a bit of time, testifying in front of Congress with the prior office or prior legislature. He'll also be joining the transition team, I believe. So he's a subject matter expert. I'm going to try to bring him here, Zach, because he. If you put me, Matasco, and Mar together, he might be still 10 times He's just one of the smartest guys I ever met. So, and he's on a protocol called Conduit, but he's a friend of mine and has been in front of the Senate many times in the House, testifying and also providing common sense interpretation to avoid the CBDC, right? For example, and to provide common ground law or compromise. The biggest challenge is going to be what they're going to really have to redefine, like what futures are and what futures aren't in the crypto space, and what is the extent of intent versus implied intent, when ICOs go out. So that will be a big challenge, and that's one of the first challenges that I'm going to have some input on. So excited about that. But I wanted to tell you that several utility tokens with ETH, coming back to old levels have skyrocketed. Do you mind if I tell you about a couple, Zach?
No, let us in. Yeah.
Well, Hash AI, 34%,
Hey, let's go.
And, of course, Chain Swap. And, you saw Zignali. And, of course, ICP. All of those have jumped. And then now we're seeing the XRP ledger, the XRP meme tokens coming out. And that's kind of buffed XRP. So I don't know if you saw, I know you did a video on XRP, but I don't know if you saw that several of those letters of intent have converted to letters of operation for XRP regarding the 6 main banks act. That news was released today because and they're going to just wait it out. When they get a new boss at the SEC, there's going to be a lot of not consolidations, but settlements made between the SEC.
Larry, where
did
you see that?
I'm going to get it for you, Zach.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know if I can give it to you or not yet, but I'll give it to you though.
Okay.
So several of those letters of intents and those MOUs are going to be letters of operation or letters of cooperation now. So big news, and XRP pumped on that, pretty hard. And Sui's up too.
Set all-time high yesterday.
Yeah, more than I thought it was going to be because there was, people were a little bit bearish on some of the things, some of the announcements, but I think across the board, everything's pumping 5 or 10%. No financial advice, but utilities, man, I couldn't believe. And I'm going to, for full disclosure, I'm the CSO at Hash, but 34% in 2 hours and a 20% average gain throughout the day, Zach. So, and Zach, I wanted to say, and we kind of mentioned this before, I'm going to bring Luke Wright, the CSO, or one of the head devs at Litecoin Foundation and Litecoin Labs, and a couple other big miners here. I think we had already talked about this. We're going to have a POW show on proof of work because I don't know if you saw the price of all the minables besides Bitcoin also smashed to the roof, like Caspa as well as Litecoin and Bell's token. So they continue to build equity and their market positions are continuing to, it's almost like a lot of these, the POWs and utilities that are based on dePIN and AI are starting to catch up to kind of balance the bottom half of the top 100 tokens. So it's the first time we've seen that in a long time. So AI, it's going to be AI season very shortly because there's, the market, the flexible liquidity is back in the space now. So a lot of exciting things going on. And I will try to get you some alpha on the Sonium on their ICO and how they're going to do their ICO from our common friend. I think you know what I'm talking about because they're on Sonium's accelerator. So we'll have that. And then we're going to have a couple of these AI and dePIN projects come sponsor the show so that we can have more inclusion, We have a couple that are close to home right here. So that's what I wanted to say. And the other thing is, the U.S. has no choice but to make a strategic reserve on Bitcoin because the likes of China and Russia aren't going to wait. And if they want to balance off the ability for the dollar to continue its global dominance, Bitcoin has to be a part of that conversation. There's no choice because combined gold reserves are not going to be able to outlast the flexibility of their currencies on value-wise. There's no reason that the dollar should not be worth more than a euro or the pound. There should be no reason for that, other than allowing them to have more buying power on the open market. But the time of that conservatism needs to end, because the dollar. How can the dollar be the currency of the world still, but still not have the value of a euro or a Swiss franc or the euro? And we should not be, based on GDP and the amount of market debt that we have in and out, there should be no reason that we don't have more of a presence. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why Donald Trump will establish, the Bitcoin reserve, strategic reserve, and bring some common sense. And I don't know if it's going to be positive for stables, especially USDT, but at least there will be some kind of compromise struck to where we don't have to worry about, doing things in the gray to use USDT stateside, And I think some of the exchanges are going to try to cooperate in doing so. Binance is making huge moves to come back stateside. I don't know if you've seen that or not. As a recent too, on perpetuals and futures, they're going to really change the palette of financial products they're putting out. Expect some big announcements from Binance ecosystem within the next 2 weeks. And that's a little bit of the alpha I have. I have some other things, but I'll save that for when the mood fits for the space for today.
Appreciate it, brother. As always, man. If you guys haven't followed Larry yet, make sure you do so. One of the smartest guys in the room, but in the space too. Mar, what's happening, bro?
Hey, Zach. What's up? What's up? Zach's Paid, Larry, Matt, and Tasco. Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Just, man, a good mood, happy times, now that Trump got elected. And Vice President Elon Musk, so happy, But what happened?
He's a Vice President Elon Musk.
Of course, man. If you think the fucking the Vance fucking clown, he's a Vice President. You guys are smoking crack. Of course, he's Elon Musk, But yeah, man, everything, at the end, Zach, everyone, we have to face reality. Elon Musk and Trump, those, it's, for me, it's just about regulations, just making it easier for like projects like Max Chain, what these guys are building with the trucking industry. They're so fucking happy that, they might just get a break, and all these RWA projects, which I'm invested on. But yeah, man, I'm super bullish. I'm bullish for the next 4 years. Are we gonna have a bear market probably in between these 4 years? Probably, yeah. But I don't see that. That big crazy FUD bad news like FTX. I think that's the past. I think now the FUD will just come from individuals, sectors. Not, in other words, projects or companies, not the whole crypto space, I mean, we're talking about crypto, but, man, I think like $1.3 trillion, if I'm not mistaken, was injected into the stock market when Trump got elected. It's just not crypto. It's, everyone's, I mean, we're in the space where deep into the rabbit hole, but, man, the stock market, I know it doesn't pump like crypto does, but there's way more money and people in the stock market and institutions, of course, But I'm pumped, man. But at the end of the day, I try to stay, in the middle and try to get the best view of every angle I can. And, at the end, BlackRock is controlling the shit with all these institutions. And we will go as far with Bitcoin as these people, decides to inject money and just pump the shit out of crypto. All Elon Musk and Trump could do is help us pass regulations and pump it there, pump it a little bit every time they say something. But I gotta say something, man. That normally when I invest on assets, I'm cool with it. But I gotta tell you, man, I wish I would have put more money on Dogecoin. I am fucking super bullish on Dogecoin. I wish I would have bought more on the 10 cents, like I've told you all many times that I always buy. I wish I would have bought double, man. But listen, nobody knows what Kamala was going to get elected or not. But shit, after the outcome, and you realize now where we're at, you're always going to be like, man, what if? I'm super bullish on Doge. I think Doge is it might run up, it flipped XRP, but just having Elon Musk as the vice president and him being a Doge supporter, forget it, man. What else? What more do you need? What more do you need? If you're not holding Doge, if you did not buy Doge, when I was saying on the 10 cents, and Zach also said it, yeah, man, I'm buying on the 10 cents. I mean, it's I'm super bullish. It beyond $1. Doge is going to go beyond $1, and super, super bullish on Doge. I'm also we also saw a nice pump on Ethereum today. I'm a little disappointed with IVAX, no lies, and Caspa. The price action hasn't been great, but Zach did a video today. I haven't watched that video yet completely, but about smart contracts in Caspa, and it's going the way I thought it would go. But if they would have done kind of this ship, it would have been a circus, and they would have at least more features from these smart contracts, like a swap and just a DEX. I think it would have been 10 times, 10x more, because there's something special about Caspa, man. They got a strong community. It's a proof of work, but there's something special that you see all the chains out there with smart contracts, higher market cap than Caspa, and Caspa for the start, they're doing amazing, and a lot of people have made money, except for some of the people that got crushed with the gas fees. But I don't want to get into that. But yeah, I'm bullish on Caspa at the end. If not, I would have not bought again. I mean, I bought again at 10 cents the other day. But I got to tell you, man, Dogecoin is the one that I'm looking at. And I'm expecting a God candle out of Dogecoin, especially now that, think about it, guys, the Senate, the House, Donald Trump, Elon Musk knows now he could drop or nuke about Doge, and he ain't going to get no bullshit, especially after we fire the clown, which is Gensler, And last thing, man, when it comes to blockchains and being released, all these new blockchains have like Tower. It has this crazy AI tech, which I don't understand shit about it. I just know that everybody's hyped up about it, and the most I understand is with Parchain. They're multi-chain, so that caught me. And Wire coming out in a few days or weeks. But I know Dione Odyssey, they have their green energy and all this, thing. But I gotta give it to them, man. They're officially launched today. There's no projects yet. I'm hunting down any project on it. I think they're sitting like a $70 million market cap. But this L1, Zach, was launched with their own fucking DEX, exchange. Like, and I've said this before, like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and they have a USDT stablecoin backed up by almost $2 million. You don't see this. Trust me, guys. I've invested on chains. You don't see this. I'm bullish. I'm happy with what I'm holding with Dione for over 2 years, and I've taken some profit. And it feels good, man. let me tell you, the chart doesn't tell a story, but it feels good when you invest on something and almost 3 years have passed by already, and now you finally see it getting built and doing everything they promised they will do. You know, it gives you confidence in investing in future companies or projects. And there's many projects of mine out there that I haven't even, gotten to this point yet, like Dione has, but they're building. They're building, and just like our trade, finally they're getting the NFT marketplace, the physical NFT marketplace. You just need patience, you need time, especially with this L1 chains and real world assets. But yeah, man, 99% of blockchains do not launch with a DEX, especially a fucking stable coin. Cosmos didn't even have a stable coin yet. It's fucking crazy how some chains that are in the billions don't even have a stable coin yet. But that tells you about Dione. I would take a look at Dione. Do your homework, man. Not financial advice, but also look at their smart contracts whenever they start rolling out, just like Caspa. So yeah, that's been my alpha, man. The smart contracts for Dione whenever they start releasing, and we had a little bit of a pump today from Parchain. I think Artrade was pumping a little bit too. I know Artrade is dealing with that push from BITUNIX, the exchange, where they got hacked and they haven't gotten their money back. But the CEO did write today. It's been a while that he hasn't spoken, and he's so thrilled that Donald Trump won. And he actually hinted in there and said, "We've been working on something for the U.S. that now, since Donald Trump got selected, it might be easier to pass," which at the end, I go back to, guys, regulations, But other than that, man, I'm super bullish. I'm going to tell you guys, I almost cried when Donald Trump was elected. The next day when it was all confirmed, because it's like, man, this weight on you that, like, finally we want to finally I could see. Not that we want something, but finally, I don't know if this happened to a lot of you guys, but finally now we have more of a clear view where we're going. And that's a positive, view of where we're going, not fucking waiting for the next, because it was like that for 2 years, and even waiting for the next bad news. I'm tired of that bullshit in crypto, and I got emotional a little bit because of a lot of people I know that are down and lost money, not because of them getting robbed, because of fucking regulations and projects just struggling, man, to do something new and special that's going to be great for the future. And these fucking motherfuckers, old 80-year-old fucking Congress people, and are just stuck on the oil and dollar. And you got to give it to Trump, man. You got to give it to Trump. He's a young guy at his age, and I'm pumped, man, for the next 4 years and beyond. I'm pumped, and we are so early. We are the crazy smart people, because you got to be crazy and smart at the same time to take a chance on an industry like this that has gotten so much fun.
Hey, real quick, let me jump in here. This is me on my XTAlgo account. Figured out a way where I can go upstairs and eat breakfast, but still keep the space and the live stream going. Look at that. Got to have two phones, though. But anyway, Mark, bro, I'm with you, man. I literally, I was talking to my buddy Austin, who may or may not be listening in right now. He said he might drop in today. Man, it was kind of that moment. I was kind of shocked, when I woke up the next day and it was official. But man, it's like, anybody who's in this space every single day and anybody who works in this space every single day, this literally changes your next 4 years and hopefully beyond. It truly does. Because who knows what would have happened if Harris gets in? Nobody knows. We don't know what her plans would have been. If it was going to be better or worse than Biden's plans. We know one thing, that you know, the SEC probably would have been allowed, and if not even more, you know, more fuel to the fire in terms of, you know, ruling with an iron fist. I mean, but again, some of those things I read off at the beginning, no CBDC. I mean, we may have had a CBDC by, you know, 2025. Who knows? I mean, so I honestly think, like, we can't even understate how big this is just for the overall market. And you know what? If we're feeling this, if we're thinking this, imagine what the big institutions are saying too. Imagine what the big institutions now are plotting, knowing that there's more clarity, knowing that it's crypto friendly. I think we're going to see an unbelievable run. And the more I start thinking about it, and I hate to say this because I don't like when people say this, you know, everyone's like, oh, this time's going to be different. But honestly, if there was ever going to be a time that was going to be different, and the 4-year cycles could potentially be broken, if there was ever going to be a time, now with Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, if there was ever going to be a time for like a prolonged bull run, or what do they call it, a super cycle or whatever, I mean, wouldn't this be it? I mean, think about the timing of everything. You know, we're slowly but surely coming out of, you know, inflationary times. We're getting better. I didn't even see. Did the Feds, or no, they're gonna talk later this afternoon. We'll see. But they're probably going to cut interest rates another 25 basis points today, right? Would there ever be a time where we could see like just one of these like absolutely parabolic runs? And it might not happen just like in altcoins and everything. It might happen with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because let's not forget, those are the two ETFs we have right now. You know, do we get a Litecoin ETF here soon? Do we get an XRP ETF? Do we get a Solana ETF? Who knows? Do we get a basket ETF? You know, where AVAX and Solana are part of that whole thing.
Zach, and
maybe,
quick,
I mean, yeah.
250 were elected into Congress that are crypto.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's huge. I mean, yeah. I mean, if there was ever going to be a time for one of those like parabolic rallies where it goes against the grain and the 4-year cycles are over, I mean, I feel like it's in these next couple years.
These 4 years is what you said. These 4 years is where we put a stamp and say, we're here to stay, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter who comes after, it's such a global thing already. And so much money, because at the end it comes down to money, in this industry, and I'm talking about 2 trillion, I'm talking about 20 trillion by the time Donald Trump is done. 20 trillion. It's so huge already that nobody could touch it. They could come, the Democrats could come again or whatever and flood it, and it won't even move a needle because it's already a foundation. It's, you know, it's built this floor, and we're here to stay, motherfuckers. We ain't going nowhere. I mean, we survived 1 trillion. It was, I think, during FTX. They got to 1 trillion, and that's what we need to do. That's what needs to be done the next 4 years, and that comes from regulations too, of course.
No doubt, bro. I'm with you. I mean, it's exciting for sure, bro. And like I said, I was talking to my buddy Austin. He was like, dude, he's like, I found myself, I was crying. I was like hugging my wife. I'm like, dude, yeah, like it's that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Especially for anybody who's in this space every single day, or you know, it's their livelihood. I mean, fuck, we've been waiting for this, man. We've been waiting for this forever. You know, all these companies want, man, like Coinbase and Kraken. They just want to know what the fuck they can do and what they can't, and let's cook. You know, shit. I remember reading like Coinbase was trying to sit down with the SEC for a conversation. Over 20 different conversations, they couldn't get them to meet. But yet, the SEC files a Wells notice against Coinbase. It's like trying to sit down at the table and say and see what's what. I'll be curious to see if there is a new governing body too. Like, are we going to get away from the SEC and the CFTC, or maybe create another governing body and all three work on something? I think that'll be huge, because once that kind of is in place, and then, you know, the whole Howey test thing, are we going to create a new test for digital assets? I think that's what we should do. I don't think the Howey test I don't think it suffices with this new technology. I think you need something different, start from scratch, that, handles, just crypto projects. All of this, right? I mean, this is what's coming, I think, in these next 4 years with a pro crypto, president and a pro crypto House and Senate.
And really quick, Zach, you know what I like about one of the things that I really like about this time? I think Trump has matured. I know that's crazy to say about a 70-year-old guy.
You're right,
but,
bro. Yeah.
He's mature. He stayed quiet. He said his things because if not, it wouldn't be Trump. But this time he listened, and he listened because he had the men next to him. He had a young guy, Vance, which is great. He had he had Elon, and who knows if Rogan probably told him, yo, you need to just relax a little bit. Let everyone else help you do the work. Because I think Trump is just a guy that, he's got a lot of people working for him, but he's one of those guys like my former boss. He wants to do it all too, And that guy just doesn't stop, man. No matter how much money he has, man, rich people get tired. They lose energy. This guy just doesn't, And he's not the richest guy in the world. And I'll tell you, when I'm not jumping the wagon. I got some, now because of crypto, Trump. No, I voted for Trump, 2016 and 2020. I just always had a vision that he was great for the economy. He's a businessman. And that's what I see. At the end of the day, we all got to wake up and go to work. But there are presidents that could make it easier for us and just make the country better, man. And it's just been a disaster these 4 years, especially down here in the big cities, man. I don't know, man. And I'm going to land the plane with this. I don't know how the fuck these big cities, Democrats win when, bro, I'm seeing people having 2 jobs and they have to live in a 2-bedroom apartment, like 5 for them, just to pay the fucking rent and being able to have money to go to the movie theater. Or because it's just insane, and the proof is in the pudding. Trump did not approve the last 2, not loans, but the money, the trillions of dollars that was given away. He did not. He approved the first one, and that's it. He didn't even want to approve the first one, and everybody was talking shit about him. And look at the damage it's done to the country. For that $1,000 check, everybody fucking wanted,
Well, I mean, I think too, in a lot of these swing states, we saw. I mean, a lot of people put the economy and just their everyday life first. I mean, can't even go to the grocery store, fucking get enough food for their families for a month. I mean, when you're talking about independent voters, I mean, a lot of times, whether it's social issues or, some of that stuff outweighs the economy or whatever. I don't think that's what happened this go around. I think the economy and fiscal issues were right at the top of people's minds. And I think that's why you saw the swing states flip, because it got that bad. It got so bad where some of those independent voters who go one way or another on things like abortion or whatever it is, right? They said, holy shit. It's gotten to the point where I can't even feed my family. I go to the grocery store, shit's double. And they put that ahead of all the other things that they've, probably prioritized or whatever in past elections. That's what I think. I mean, partly what happened.
And let me tell you, Zach, Motasco was right when he said I was going to cry. I did cry of happiness that Donald Trump won. I did. You know what? If Kamala would have won, no, I wouldn't have cried. I would have had so much hate inside me that I wouldn't have been able to cry. But yeah, I did cry because Donald Trump won, man, and I saw that vision. Like, finally, I could see crypto more of a positive thing. You're always gonna have the rugs and stuff like that, but a rug, you can move on. You can move on. Jump to the next project. But whenever these the government or whatever just decides to now help you in crypto and just let something like because let me tell you, with FTX, I don't just blame that dude. I blame the government too for FTX. I blame it, bro. But it is what it is. And bright days ahead.
Hell yeah. Paige and Zach got their hands up. What's going on? And guys, don't be shy. Come on up here and join us, man. If you guys are down in the audience,
Yo, real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to some of our sponsors, actually. And reason being is we have 3 of our sponsors pumping today. Paul Chain up 20% on the day. Monka S 22% on the day. Izumi 28.5% on the day. Guys, if you would have opened a trade up on any of these in the last couple of days, or opened a long or whatever the fuck, if you can be Zach, you can be Zach Jeter, or you can be a paid XBL holder, whatever. You would have made some money. I mean, if you hold and didn't sell yet, you wouldn't have made anything yet. But in paper gains. So, those 3 alone, and there's other projects and stuff that sponsor us. We love Genius, we love all those guys. And but guys, if you're looking for some sponsorship, you're looking for a little exposure, we're not going to guarantee anything, but you will get some eyes on you. So definitely shout out to those guys. 20%, 3 projects of ours, 20% or above. Incredible. I'm just going to leave it like that. We'll go to Zach. Zach, what's up?
Yeah, since you guys been talking, I've been trying to get this out there, but me, DJ man, baby Popcat. Since I think you and Mar and everyone's been talking, I got it at 400K market cap. It's at like 1.2 mil right now. It's running. Not financial advice, but I am trading on the space as we speak. But I was trying to throw that in there earlier. We're in the contract that's clean. Everything looks good, but try to get played.
When something's free exit in 5 minutes, you better cut me off or cut Mara off, dude.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
You gotta say, shut the hell up, everybody.
Yeah, I was letting you do your thing. It's up. It wasn't just up 700%. It's like 563 right now. It's retracing a little bit. I see a little pullback, maybe around $1 million market cap, and then I think it'll pump again. But it's upward. It's trending upward. RSI is about 67, so you have a little time. Baby Popcat. For WJKH on Solana. It's at a 1.12 mil market cap. 219K holders. I figure if they're out of play in here, it's been a while. I can't guarantee anything, but it's running. And yeah, as we were talking, it was like 400K market cap, and I'm like, shit. But next time I'll just interrupt you guys. I don't like to be that guy.
You said 400 and, or not 400 and, what is the ending? 4WJK? Is that the one?
4WJKH.
H. Okay, yeah.
Just throw it on the TG, Zach. Whenever it's running or when you find something, throw in the TG, and then you guys should put together like a code word or something like broken arrow, so we all know that right away that there's something going on and we need to check the TG.
I'll throw it in the Telegram. But yeah, no, I don't want to interrupt. The space is going lovely, man, and great opinions on everything. I'm just that DJ guy justifying the shit for you guys. But nothing is financial advice.
We're all in here for those plays, man. We talk about Trump all the time, but overall, in the end, we're here for the plays.
Yeah, I was letting it run a little bit. I could have caught it at 350, and I'm like, if it hits 4, I'm gonna get in. And then it ran to like a mil, and it's kind of hovering around right here between 1 million and 1.15, 1.12. It's consistently there, so it's so far pretty good. RSI is pretty high though. This might not be a good opportunity to get in. I would wait till at least, about, I would say 75 to 85 is when it will retrace back. But sometimes I'm wrong and it just keeps running. I like to get in about 30 RSI, and that's a good sell pressure is off, and then it usually moves to the upward position. But right now the candle is looking good. I'm on the 15-minute chart. So I just want to throw that play out there for you guys. 1.2 mil right now. And it might be running now.
Yo, you know what? Let's do a drill real quick. Ready? Broken arrow. Broken arrow. Broken arrow. Okay, so that's the new code word. If we ever play, You can interrupt anyone who's speaking. Obviously, fucking have some recourse. Make sure you're not fucking doing something when Tasha's talking. But broken arrow. That's the thing now.
I dropped in the Telegram, so if you're not in the Crypto Breakfast Club Telegram, you better get in there. You're gonna miss all the plays. Not financial plays.
We're in there. Hey, I wanted to come up here and just say good morning to everybody. And I heard I came in when Mara was talking about President Trump. I wanted to just add on that. Hey, I think we have a room full of very resilient people. You can't be in crypto and not be resilient. At least not stay in it. And us as resilient people, we know that, shit could happen to us or whatever, and then we'll figure it out and find that better play. When Trump lost this last election, I think at that point the Democrats were in trouble, honestly. I mean, he's a business guy. He's figured out, I'm sure he's taken losses and all that stuff, and then tried to figure out and then just find better. And just based on interviews and things like that, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that takes a loss well. It just kind of haunts him, and he wants to, turn that L into a W. So with that said, they were in trouble. And when he came in again and started, I feel like he planned a comeback. I like to think that this whole thing was planned by him and to come through and everything. I don't know if he could have predicted that Elon would have ended up on his team, but if he was able to flip Elon to help him, and just sell his genuine self to Elon to get him on the team, man, that's pretty big. And then he also got, Kennedy. He's always had Dana White, big business person too, man, connection to a lot of people in the country and out of the country. So, yeah, man, let's analyze a little bit more and, figure out, I like to analyze people's W's too, man, not just losses. I continue to get a little more impressed every time, and especially fucking took all the swing states, man. It was just a fucking monkey stomp, man. Oh no, horrible wording. Sorry about that. Just a horrible ass whooping. But there was something else I was gonna add on. Oh, I mentioned yesterday. I wanted to check out these memes of liberals crying and everything, and I did, and it was funny for a minute, and then it got kind of like, man, these guys are pretty bad. And I understand that some of them are probably just doing it for clicks. I totally understand that. Some probably really need that attention and really need that help. But the other thing is, man, fuck. They're over there, just kind of simmering in their misery. They could take advantage of what just happened. And if they're paying attention, if they listen a little bit more, or just get a good, tip in their ear, maybe they could jump into crypto, man. Crypto can make them a little bit happy, bring a little bit of joy into their life, especially since it's so early. I don't know. I mean, have you guys been watching those videos, or have you watched any of them? They're pretty bad, man. They're borderline yeah, they need therapists. If they're for real, if they're really recording their genuine emotion, man, they need therapists, and they need to learn how to do some research. That's all I got. Thanks for letting me up, and talk to you guys.
Kova, I just want to add, there were Trump supporters also doing that when he lost the last election. Again, that's just people in general, man. People are getting fucking emotional. Mar was just crying just now because he won.
I understand that.
Don't have to shit on my fellow Americans because they're upset because their point of view doesn't feel heard or whatever. Because literally Mar just admitted he was just crying.
In the end, man, we're all Americans, and hopefully we can come together. Maybe we could blur some of those lines that people have drawn and just come together a little bit. But like he mentioned, even Trump mentioned this, is success brings people together. So,
if money starts to magically start appearing in their pockets and the economy starts to turn and, there's less homelessness, in major cities and people start to notice just cleanups, man. Just cleanups. Because right now, I think they're just used to seeing this, what's the word? Just gray, man. Just gray around. That's all. That's what I'm going to call it. Just kind of down, man. I've moved from Hawaii to El Paso to here in Colorado, and in every single place, man. I've been through California, and just a whole bunch of homelessness, man. And then it's became this acceptable thing, and I still blows my mind. It's like, how is it acceptable? Like I'm in Colorado right now, and it just snowed like crazy the last 2 days. We were only supposed to get like an inch or two, and we ended up getting, I think, about 8 inches. And, it's cool. I'm in here warm, but at the same time, I'm thinking about these people that, their belongings are outside and that's where they sleep. And I hope they got to a warm place. And that's the stuff I think about, man. I like to haunt myself, I guess. But I do hope that this is for the better. And I do hope that, somehow we're able to get our homeless people off the streets or veterans that are out there too. I try to help them too, man. I try to give them jobs. They got some skills. I try to find them. I got some buddies that throw some people my way when they need some work. So hopefully, man, that's what I'm hoping for. And hopefully crypto does bring in a lot of money from outside the country, because that's good too, man. Right now, I feel like, with a lot of projects that are being built outside of the United States, it pulls a lot of money out of the United States too. So if we start building projects and bringing, a lot of crypto into the United States, we could bring in a lot of money that way too. Bazinga.
Yeah, cool. Here's the thing about presidential elections. I mean, especially just politics in general, right? You can elect someone new, you can bring someone back who was already there. And that doesn't necessarily move, wave a magic wand and everything's fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the perfect example, you're talking about homelessness. And I'm from Philadelphia. So, like, there's an area called Kensington, and it's one of the worst drug areas in the world. In America also, but in the world. And if you look on YouTube, you can just Google Kensington, and you see, like, how these drug people, like drug addicts, live on the streets, and it's awful. But like, that was like that under Obama. That was like that under Trump. It was like that still under Biden. And under Trump, it might probably still be like that. So, like, the other thing, the flip side of all politics is no one's coming to save you. That's how I always looked at politics. You gotta do stuff for yourself. And yes, policy does change a lot of things. But, like, for your example, for homelessness, I 100% agree with you. I hope it gets fixed, but I can't bet on somebody coming into the White House and immediately fixing everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, let me jump in here on this. I literally just checked back in on this homelessness thing. So, bro, I read something or watched something one time, and you guys can look this up. I think it was on Rogan. So in the state of California, they've got a whole division that is dedicated to, quote unquote, fight homelessness. Okay? Now, it's public record. You can go and look at these salaries of these people that are fighting homelessness. The salaries keep going up. The number of people they keep adding to this program or agency, whatever the hell it is, keeps going up. But homelessness keeps going up too. And in this, I think it was a bit on Rogan. In this bit, they said if they basically just took all the salaries of the people fighting homelessness and house the homeless, they would house 80% of the homeless people in California. So this is what it really comes down to, is big government doesn't solve problems. It's a facade. I mean, what are there like 450 different agencies? Can you guys name 50 of them? Could you name 20 of them? There's 450 agencies. I just heard Elon say this on the Rogan podcast. There's 400, and on average, since America was founded, they had 2 agencies every year. If you did the math out, if you did the math, they basically add two new agencies every year. So I mean,
yeah,
there's things you could do, right? There's things you could do, and it's not paying a bunch of people a bunch of money to fight homelessness. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I agree 100%. And that's kind of what I was pointing out. It's like, yes, Trump is good for the economy and everything. And, you know, again, I hope he does fix the homeless problem, especially around the Philadelphia area. I've seen it, man. It's awful. And I've also been to L.A. If you've ever been to L.A., there's an area called Tent City.
Oh,
like down the
crazy.
street.
Yeah.
Down the street is like movie producer executive office and stuff. And then all of a sudden you make one wrong turn and you're on Skid Row, and it's literally tents interlocked for blocks and areas, and it's just homeless people.
I mean, I travel all around the country.
That was an Obama time, you know.
I travel all around the country. I mean, look at Austin, Texas. It's a great city, man, but they got a big problem, and it's gotten better since COVID because of their governor. But it's a big problem. I mean, look at I've been to Reno lately. I mean, Reno used to be a cool city. I mean, that you don't even go outside. You don't even go outside the casinos. They got like 3 casinos that are attached there downtown next to that big sign, Reno, to the smallest, biggest city. You don't even go outside after dark. I mean, it's...
Yo, Zach, Atlantic City is the same way. Have you been to Atlantic City?
City's terrible.
Atlantic City is the fucking armpit of America. It is awful. But if you go in the casinos, the casinos are great. They got clubs, they got restaurants, they got food, whatever. But you walk a block over, and you're literally in the fucking worst hood you could think of. Like bad. I'm talking about bad American fucking the ghetto. And
the bottom line, there are so many programs that could be cut, whether it's cut completely or just downsized. I mean, fuck, look what Elon Musk did when he took over Twitter. I mean, and it's gotten better. I mean, think about that. He how many people did he fire? And it's gotten better. I mean, so it's I'm honestly excited about, you know, if Elon steps into that type of role, which I hope he does, and I hope, you know, they work together, because now you have 2 of the best businessmen in the world who are looking at it strategically from that lens, and not from the lens of how can we, you know, get Susie a $250K salary, and how can we get Jimmy, you know, bumped up to $300K to fight homelessness? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And Kova, we'll go back to you real quick, but I mean, one of my favorite quotes from the Bible, not to get religious, I just love studying religion. You guys know this, and philosophy and stuff. One of the greatest quotes of the Bible from Jesus is that you're always going to have poor. So even if they fix the homeless problem overnight magically, there's going to be people who just want to be homeless. There's people who literally just want to be on the street, and I know that for a fact. I met them. They're like, no, I don't want to deal with electricity bills and all this other shit. I kind of like where I am. It's like, all right, cool, like whatever. But you're always going to have poor people. Like it is what it is, and it sucks. And I hope people do find ways to get out of poverty. I think that's one of the biggest things, you know.
I hear that, Paid, and there is some of that, but that stems from mental health, and we have a mental health crisis in our country. So you know what? Put more money there. Quit giving Jimmy $350K to fight homelessness. Take that money and get more people the help they need from mental standpoint.
Agreed.
And you know, the worst part is that there are people out there that are willing to help for not even a tenth. They would do it for free if they could survive and take care of their family too, but they can't. They got to get paid too. You know, people that take care of homeless people don't want to end up homeless too. Or because they probably had been there too. The legit ones that want to take care of people probably been there and know the struggle and everything, and they'll give away their last penny in their pocket. But hey, I just wanted to say, I by no way try to just blame this current administration about what's going on. I'm very aware. You know, I was in Hawaii way before Biden took over, and they already had issues there. Man, they got 10 cities and shit there too, man. But and like you mentioned, there will always be some, but I just think it's crazy, like the amount, and this fentanyl drug thing too, man. It's just so sad.
Well, you got to close the border. I mean, you got to close the border. It's all coming in from the wide open border. I mean,
you're right, man. You can't be trying to fucking fix the neighborhood if you got issues in your house. You got to shut that door, figure out your issues, get yourself good before you try to go and help somebody else.
What the Democrats basically did with leaving the borders wide open is said, we don't care how many people die of fentanyl. We don't care how many people get mugged in the streets of New York City. We don't care how many people are out on the streets breaking into, apartment complexes in Aurora and taking people's homes over, as long as they vote for us. That's essentially what they did.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Zach, listen to this crazy law that lasted here in Dade, Miami for 20 years. When they passed it in the 80s, the homeless are not allowed to ask for money, which they always did. They're not going to go to jail for that. But they are allowed to lay down and sleep in the sidewalks. Now, of course, the homeless people do that more in the downtown area. And for many years, Miami-Dade downtown, it was just office, commercial. I told you guys I was living in downtown, before residential buildings, they started going up. And, when I got married, I had my kid in downtown, there was already a few buildings. And my wife, when she will, be with the stroller, she will have to hit come off the sidewalk, walk through the street or the parking side of the street and go back into the sidewalk because the homeless people were sleeping there and the police cannot do nothing. But they couldn't do nothing, because they passed that in the 80s. But just like it just takes money and power to come into something to change, just like in crypto. Once you start having powerful people investing into crypto, regulations are going to come through, things are going to get better. Once you have high-rises built in downtown and people with money started, lobbyists and lawyers started moving in, powerful people started moving into downtown, boom, a law that lasted like 30 years, all of a sudden, that's it. You can't sleep in the sidewalks anymore. You can't be in the sidewalk, and now you get arrested. And now, like the last year or so, I could walk around downtown and not worry if I'm going to, if there's a guy in front of me, a homeless guy, I got to jump over him or hit, go around the street. But for me, it's not a deal. It's a woman that with a stroller with a kid. And all it takes is money and powerful people to come to that space, that area, and change it. And now they passed a law. That's it. Homeless people can't sleep in or lay down in sidewalks anymore.
For sure, bro. I guess we'll keep this rolling. I mean, this isn't crypto. This kind of gets me going though. Zach, maybe we should have some other spaces that are just not necessarily crypto related. I mean, what's stopping us, right?
Yeah, and Zach, and the studies have come through, and I've seen it for myself. The most aggressive drug out there, they will get aggressive with you if you don't help them. It's not crack cocaine. It's not cocaine because, some people go homeless for cocaine, but it's not a high rate. It's not heroin. It's alcohol.
Yep.
Those are the most dangerous people out there. It's alcohol, man. And I've seen it. I live in downtown.
I mean, they always say like, alcohol is the one drug you can't quit cold turkey or you'll literally die.
You can't. You die. My friend just quit cold turkey 2 months ago. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks, and they had to operate one of his knees. You're like, what the fuck does the knee have to do with the alcohol? Because all the liquid from the withdrawals went straight to his knee, and he
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, and he almost died from quitting cold turkey alcohol.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, Zach, I think we should get the Big J. He's had his hand up, and then Max Fine, and I know the Great Charlie with the Monkey Ash crew is here also. So I want to get the Big J because I've been waiting for a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. To step on that Jesus thing you were saying, I got something else to talk about too. But he said in the end days, good things will be bad and bad things will be good. We've been seeing that for the last 4 or 5 years, man, where it's like it's okay to be a dude and put a fucking wig on and go inside the girls' bathroom with little kids and shit. Like that shit don't work in my book, man. So I've never seen this shit what I've seen in the last 5 fucking years, 4 years is absolutely fucking crazy. So that's why I'm happy Trump got back in office and hopefully things can get cleaned up.
Yeah, real quick on that. Go ahead, Big J. I'm going to cut you off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to respond to what you said there. Like, I was reading this shit one time and I forget what book it is or whatever. But like, if you go back and look at the fall of every major empire, which I mean, the United States is still kind of, the world leader, and I know things are shifting and changing, and nobody stays on top forever. But if you go back and look in time, the fall of the Roman Empire, any empire you look, the one common theme is they start focusing and like fixating on like gender.
Yep.
And it's very fascinating. And this is like, they break away from like, all of the things that really matter, and they start fixating on these things that are crazy. And I mean, yeah. So this was, listen, man, when Elon says,
motherfuckers saying I identify as a dog. Like,
bro, I know people. I know a high school, bro. I know a high school in my hometown. There's a high school in my hometown. They have 3 people who identify as cats. You know what they did? They put litter boxes in one of the closets.
Stop it. Zach, stop.
4 years
I'm not
ago,
kidding, Paige.
This wasn't even a thought.
It's crazy, bro.
I will say this. It's interesting that the West is like this because, again, I live in an Islamic country. Half the shit that you guys are complaining about from a society standpoint, I'm not going to talk about economics or anything, even religion, but just from a societal standpoint, does not happen here. You would never go outside in the middle of Tangier or whatever and have these issues that you guys are complaining about now. It's so interesting that the West is fucking suffocating under these issues.
My thesis is life got too good, and when life gets too good, when life gets too comfy and everybody has a home, I mean, not everybody, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? In the United States, like a lot of people, they're spoiled, bro. They're so spoiled. So they need shit to like create their own problems and like, oh yeah, let's talk about, gender and let's talk about this stuff. And like, cause like the old problems are like, how are we going to eat tonight? Do you think our ancestors, when like hunters and gatherers, were fucking trying to survive, build a home and eat, you think they were caring about, transgender stuff? I mean, and there's no disrespect, but you know where I'm coming from, right? I mean, it's like,
no disrespect, because there are great people in the transgender community. So I want to say that on behalf of the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Like, don't hear me wrong, but don't hear me wrong. But it's like this pushing of the narrative and infiltrating everything, and it's like it's because life got too good, man. Life got too good.
I mean, I grew up. I was born in the '80s, so I mean, I don't got a problem with gays or any shit like that. I'm not gay, but if that's what you want, that's what you want. But when I was growing up as a kid in early '90s and shit like that, they were more. It was kind of like a closet thing. Like they kind of like just kept it a secret and all that shit, and that's cool. But now, like you said, Zach, they're like pushing it in your fucking face, like. My son came home from school. He's 4 years old, and he goes, "Daddy, why did they tell me it's okay I could be a girl if I want to be a girl?" Like, what the fuck are you teaching my kid? You're a fucking boy, bro. You're not a girl. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not here to talk about that. Let me just, I got to go to work, dude. I'm like 10 minutes late. I'm Big J. We took over a project called VWaggy. As you know, Volkswagen was the first short stock squeezed in 2008. They shorted it for $30 billion. Join my page, jump in the TG. We have the biggest names in the space back in this coin. We also have Alex Pereira, the UFC superstar. At 10 million, he's gonna call it and get in a little Volkswagen, and hopefully fucking we're at 10 million before his next fight. I'm just giving you early alpha because I heard somebody talking about a coin that was at 300K, and this is only sitting at 50K floor. So just go check it out. Not financial advice. Just go on the TG and look who the members are. And you guys that are smart will figure it out. This is a fucking gem. Just go see who the members are in the chat. I appreciate you letting me get on, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out. All right, real quick. Give me 1 second. It's interesting, though, that we were talking about the bathroom issue, because at the time it became really big in America. I was working at Target as a manager, and we had to have not like a board meeting, but I guess like a team meeting to explain, like, oh, it's okay if someone believes that or they identify as this to go in whatever bathroom they choose. So it's interesting that that's an issue. But on the flip side, in Europe, especially in the nightlife scene, all bathrooms are gender neutral anyway, and it's been like that for like 30, 40 years. Like, they don't give a fuck, regardless of the transgender movement. Most of them are gender neutral. Most of them, depending on where you go, but most of them are. So it's interesting that we have that fixation on gender and gender equality and all that. Not gender equality, but like transgender equality and stuff in the United States. When around the world, the bathroom thing's it's not an issue. Even in Morocco, a lot of the bathrooms are, basically the same. As long as, no one's in there, you can use it.
You're talking about a private one, not an open one, right?
No, I'm talking about like a normal bathroom, like if you go to like a grocery store in fucking France, a lot of them are gender neutral bathrooms. Like whatever toilet. It's just toilet.
My best friend, she's a full-blown lesbian. I hate going to Club 11 with her because she takes all the girls. She does, fucking lesbian, but I love her to death. I don't even realize she's a lesbian. Once you get used to the person, you don't see, because you learn, and I never reject her, because I'm not, my cousin is blown gay, he's my favorite family member, and they're embarrassed by what's happening. They're embarrassed, and they're like, this makes the gay community look bad, what these people want, and it's cool what you said about the bathrooms up where you're at, or where, but man, that makes me uncomfortable, because there's so many sick people, out there, that they're going to be hanging around inside that bathroom to see a women's, private thing, and
not only the women, the kids, brother. What about your kids?
The kids, yeah.
Well, it's like that story out in California from that spa story or whatever. That one is what struck me the most, is like the guy identified as a woman. He goes in there and there's a mother and like her 13-year-old daughter, and he's sitting there in the sauna with them. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I got to go. I appreciate y'all having me on. Thank you, Zach.
See you, bro.
Well, Zach,
and I forgot to tell y'all one thing. When Roaring Kitty makes a tweet and when GME starts running, this is going to run right with it. Don't say Big J didn't fucking tell you at $50,000 market cap. And you say, holy shit, faded this motherfucker.
Big J, I got a question for you. Do you have any plans on...
I'm not here. I'm not a fucking salesman. I'm just giving you fucking alpha. I love you, motherfuckers. I gotta go.
There's no socials on your DEX tools. Just the FYI.
There's a what?
You need to update your socials on DEX tools for your token. I've been looking at it. You know where to go into your community.
No, Big J, you gotta. If you have a token, you gotta be on everything. That's just how it goes.
Well, that'll be done today. Just go to Deck Screener.
I don't use that.
All right, Big J, I believe you. Hey,
in and out, like Chinese takeout.
Well, listen. One of my homies is Fitty, and I said, "Should I pay for Dex tools?" He goes, "I mean, if you want to, it really doesn't matter right now." I said, "Okay."
It does matter, man. That was the most tactical free shill I've seen.
Well, I fucking said that. I said, we need Dex tools.
Well, you need to show that difference again, because I'm a data guy. They really need to do that if you want to see any progress. Because the demographics, man. They need to listen to fucking Big J. Big J, what you need to do is hit up Zach, Paid and Zach, and get your CTO and talk about a sponsorship package for Crypto Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
and that's the most tactical insertion I've seen of a free shill.
You guys know me. I'll cut them off if it's bad.
Big J is funny.
Big J, DM me, bro. DM me. I just followed you back.
Trending. You need
Who said, hey, can you DM me? Because you got that blue check mark, and these motherfuckers, I'm getting my check soon.
All right.
You're gonna follow each other to DM.
It's not there yet, but it's there, though.
All right, I got you.
Listen, Dex tools will be paid today. The main thing is, guys, with Fitty, Walter DeFi, fucking Caspa, fucking Jake, Alex fucking Pereira, the king of the UFC, bro, these are all facts that I'm spitting to you right now. Just get the fucking TG.
You can't get
all of that firepower.
All you gotta do is go on my fucking page, and it's pinned on my page right now. Go on my fucking page.
Why don't you tell me I'm going to run the pay for a sponsorship package right now? I'll run the contract too on Metascan on Metascan for MetaTrust as well.
Yeah, and I'm going to run the contract too from the Alliance of Black Dots. I got you.
Hey, check this out though, Big J. You should get one of those heavy hitters to come in here and pay for a sponsorship package and get some audits from me as well. That'd be good since we're filming for free. But what I was going to say though is, like what Zach was talking about, too much of a good thing, will rot your teeth, right? And then you get a ditty. So no ditty.
Well, brother, listen, my teeth ain't never been riding, and they ain't never gonna be riding. I'm getting really alpha.
I'm not saying you're no. That's too much of a free thing, man.
You're talking about before, bro. Chill.
But Zach, you know what pay what you're talking about. You remember? I know there's a couple cases where California Department of Justice allowed. They experimented by allowing some transgender men into the women's prison. Did you see how many of the female prisoners got pregnant from the man that identified as a woman that went into? There's that, and also in New York, and they had so many female inmates get pregnant by this transgender cis inmate. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, this no diddy is a big part of the cultural phenomenon that's kind of driving the narrative even past post-election season, right? A lot of people are going to be held accountable. And it's just common sense. It has nothing to do with sexual orientation, has nothing to do with, what you identify as, if whatever floats your boat. But the thing is, let kids have sexual identity when they're 15, 16 years old, when they have the tools to establish that. It shouldn't be pushed down anyone's throat. They're going to figure that out eventually anyway, sooner than we think, right? There shouldn't be any external pressure starting from first grade in a book that says it's okay to do these these graphic things to each other. It's hard enough being a kid these days growing up now without that. So I don't know, that's just my 10 cents. But man, that guy was a crafty way of getting in here and chilled for more than 5 minutes.
I'm not fucking chilling. I'm just spitting facts.
That's chilling, bro.
I'm Big J, the man, the legend. I don't even got to talk about that project. The whole world loves me, bro.
Yo, Bitcoin just crossed over. Bitcoin just crossed over 76K.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
It's because Big J was on the fucking stage. That's why, bro.
Listen, you may not know it now, but Big J is going to be one of the biggest fucking names in the fucking space. Mark my fucking word.
We should launch Big J.
Big J, yo.
I already launched Big J. Listen, I already launched Big J. It said it's the 5.5 fucking million in 5 days by myself, and got sniped by a 12% ban because I know nothing about crypto. I'm just a fucking showman. You understand? Look at BJ right now on Dex Tools. I paid a 5.5 fucking million in 5 fucking days.
No BJ on the stage, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yo, Big J, hit me up, bro. Hit me up.
Message me.
Yo, I hit you. Listen, bro. Hey, I hit you up. I posted a whatever on your X.
Yo, I would say
hit me back, bro. I want to link up with you about something.
Yeah, J Crypto.
J Crypto.
Yeah, J Crypto, brother.
J Crypto.
All right, listen. When I do hit you up, I want you to hit me up on my TG. We do things like old school. Fucking
bro.
Jesus Christ. I hope I don't get a fucking.
Yo, I'm already in your TG. I just don't know if the Big J in there is you, dog.
I got my seatbelt.
Oh, jeez.
Yo, at least
J
J
100.
You need to get fucking Big J on Dino. You need to make him a Dino spokesperson.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. His energy is fucking wild.
You have no clue about my fucking energy. I'm late to work. I have to feed my fucking daughter. If you want to see my energy, go on the Kid and Walk show Sunday. I'm fucking hosting it with them. I will blow the fucking roof off of
Are you in CT, bro?
Do you know Jules?
Yeah, I know fucking Jules.
He's my homie.
Not the fucking guy down the street at the fucking deli. Like,
yo, Jay,
are you about fucking V-Wagon, motherfucker?
Yo, are you in Connecticut, bro? Are you in Connecticut?
Danbury, fucking Connecticut.
Yeah, bro. All right, I know you, homie. Yeah, all right.
Wait. Y'all in Connecticut?
Oh my God, who invited this guy on the stage?
Oh, you know who invited me. Yo, you know what I hear coming right now in Connecticut? A crypto event. We need to do it up like for the holidays. So like it's on. Like,
yo, Pedro, what are you talking about? Dude, are you in Connecticut too?
bro, I am in Connecticut, my dude.
Oh, bro, like, what the fuck? All right, yo, all right. Forget about it, man. J Crypto, Big J, and Pedro, the vibe? Get the fuck out.
No. And it's about to go down.
We kind of just took over your shit, bro. I'm sorry, but
It's about to go.
As long as the check clears, we don't care. Go ahead.
yo, Pete, I'll send you the check.
It is on. Dog, I didn't know you were in Connecticut. See what happens when Big J jumps out and get everybody's fucking.
No, when you said Alex Pineda, I was like, wait a minute, that dude is in my hometown.
Yeah, dude, go to my fucking page and see me and Alex chilling in my video.
So I saw you. I saw you.
Full of shit. Bullshit. I knew it before he was fucking rich, bro.
Yo,
I
me
knew
too.
He was negative 1,500 in his fucking bank. You know,
My cousin is his boy's teacher.
Bro. Wait. Look. All right, check this out. We need to link up because let's link up at a Mexican taqueria. It's a shout out to Larry, my boy. And y'all know what the taqueria I'm talking about, right? The one that was a 5 point. Yeah. Let's meet up.
That's my jail. I go there all the time, Pedro.
Yeah. I've been in that courthouse so many fucking times. I can't even see what I'm in that Mexican.
Yo, look, but those tacos are like no other tacos, man.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of SoCal. Listen, it ain't no SoCal, but it is SoCal. I mean, I wouldn't give it the high quality, but it's good enough for East Coast. So,
what are you doing here?
We're like that. We just literally take over. I'm so sorry. Zach, I'm sorry. Our bad.
I'm dropping.
What are you doing here, Pedro? You getting me nervous. What the fuck are you doing?
Yo, Pedro, get off the stage. Trump just became elected.
Here comes Pedro, guys. I got some bad news. I don't mean to be the guy of bad news, but Bitcoin is about to nuke.
They got some more votes.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Listen, I said
Bitcoin's going down to 20K, guys.
I said it. Listen, I said this since from March. I said we're going to be in a range bound, and I expected to see a sell-off if Trump doesn't get elected.
Fuck that range bound. We're going to Valhalla.
Dude, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. Is he won, dude, and it was a trip because I was sitting there watching the CME. I was watching the shorts. A bunch of shorts were put in. Like I was watching the shorts, and as he started pulling away, you started seeing the shorts pull off, even before it was pushing up. And so I was sitting there going, like, people are getting liquidated, but on the back end, people were literally taking off. So I think what it was simply just a security play. Basically, they wanted to make sure, it's an insurance play. If this thing goes down and Kamala wins, we know what we're going to see in Bitcoin.
Bro, this is VCs, man. Yesterday, record, man, $4 billion came into Bitcoin's ETF. $4 billion. $4 billion with a B.
That is the start, bro.
These cats are like, Trump's in, we're in. It's time to buy Bitcoin.
It's game, dude. Like I said it, man. I'm going to be quiet what I said because I was very negative in the sense where I said that I expected to go down to 5,000 to 10,000, which I thought we were going to because we didn't put in a demand wick. But like I always say as well, fundamentals will always trump technicals in relationship, and i.e. pun intended, when it comes to the market. And so a Trump win is a deep fundamental switch in the fundamental narrative. And so when we're looking at that, he made it very clear. 3 things are going to happen. America's going to get healthy again. We're going to finally start seeing some real cheap stuff, right? And then the thing is it's time to go DeFi. His family's already in it.
Like his family's in DeFi. So it's definitely one of those things that we're going to see some big moves. 4 billion ain't nothing. We're talking an infinite system now trying to fit into literally into a finite system. It is about to get nuts. Dude, I honestly think literally a 400,000 Bitcoin by the end of this bull run is very possible. No joke.
Yo, Pedro, my question for you is how long do you think the bull run's going then?
Did Pedro drink a Viagra?
Mar, not everyone's on fucking Viagra, bro. Yo, chill. What the fuck? Yo, Pedro.
I don't even understand what Viagra does.
For blood pressure. No, Pedro, how long do you think the bull run's gonna last?
So I honestly think, all right, there's 2 possibilities here, okay? One, people sell off, okay? And we see a traditional Bitcoin pullback, okay? This is important to understand. We could see this bull run maybe last potentially a year,